everybody, this is the Wikstrand. So today we're going to take a look at yet another chapter in the ever-growing and ever so popular spy cinematic universe that is, a pretty popular thing in India. You don't necessarily need to have seen, the other movies to get the gist of this thing. They are pretty much standalone movies, even though it helps. But it doesn't, require you to watch anything like, a Marvel movie or, a DC movie or something like that. How good is this movie though? Well, I will say this. If Pathaan hadn't come out just a few months before this, I probably would have viewed this movie as an even better movie than it actually is. But Pathaan was just such a fantastic action movie, and this was just a slightly inferior movie in that sense. And also, I'm gonna have to be honest with you, Katrina Kaif or Deepika Padukone? I pick Deepika Padukone. Salman Khan or Shah Rukh Khan? I pick Shah Rukh Khan. So it is a stronger pairing at the top. But how good is this movie and what is it about? That's what we're gonna find out today. This is Tiger 3. So Zoya and Tiger, the unlikely couple of a Pakistani and an Indian intelligence officer, is now living in Austria of all places, and they have a son, and things seems to be going quite well for them. And in the beginning of the movie, we have this obnoxiously awesome and absolutely fantastic action sequence where Tiger is saving a bunch of agents, but when he does that, he gets word of that there is a conspiracy that is brewing in Pakistan, and that there are forces that may want to get rid of their new prime minister. There are, in the process of swearing in a new prime minister who thinks that friendship with India is more important than hostility with India. And maybe we should, cut down on that huge military budget and spend it on, other things instead. So there might be some evildoers who might want to, make a coup against the Pakistani president, and there also is a, double agent in the midst of this. And it turns out it actually is Zoya who is the double agent, but it isn't as clean-cut as you first think, because an old enemy from the past, Atish, shows up and threatens them. So now it is personal. Can Tiger and Zoya trust each other, and can they work together to try to save Pakistan from being engulfed by these fanatic lunatics? I love Atish as a villain. The director basically said to him, stand here and look as smug as you possibly can. Even smugger, more smug. So can they stop his smuggishness? That's what we're gonna find out. And what happens after that is basically a tour around the world where they're chasing people and blows shit up in ludicrous fashions, and action sequences that are so over the top, nonsense, awesome that it basically makes the Fast and the Furious movie look like Dogville in comparison. So this movie has a lot of fun. You want compelling and fun characters? You got them. You want awesome cinematography? You got them. You want ludicrously awesome action sequences? You got them. You want song and dance numbers? You got them. You want evil villains? You got that too. So there is a lot going on with this movie that absolutely works, and this is just a movie that has so many fun things to itself, crowd-pleasing moments that are so crowd-pleasing that when I saw this in the cinema, people cheered, yay! Just, when another ludicrous sequence happens. That's, by the way, the escape from the Pakistani prison, which is probably my favorite sequence in the entire movie. That was just such a stupid-ass nonsense sequence. So this movie has great pace, it has great action sequences, it is a fun watch with compelling characters, all leading up to an absolutely monstrosity of a action finale. One of the few problems this movie has, however, is the fact that Salman Khan and Katrina Kaif, while being very, very good actors, are not as compelling as, let's say, Shah Rukh Khan and Deepika Padukone, for example. And the song and dance numbers, while being impressive and big, are not that memorable. So there are, few things here and there that, you know, takes this movie down a couple of pegs. And also, if you're gonna compare this to the absolute monstrosities of great Indian action movies that has come out recently, like Fighter or Pathan or War or movies like that, it's just, you know, one step below it. But it is the best of the Tiger movies. And as I said, you don't need to have seen even them to understand, you know, the complexity of their relationship and, you know, stuff like that. So this is a movie, if you have 2.5 hours to spare, you could do a whole lot worse than this. The pace is great and the script is very crisp, the movie is very entertaining, and I don't think that they have so far made a single movie in the entire Spyverse thing that I think is below 70 points. So this is a very, very good franchise so far. And if you've never seen any of these movies, you can see them basically in whichever order you want to. And you will just find that these are just some of the most entertaining and epic action movies you've seen. These are by far some of the most entertaining Indian action movies that has been made during the last 5-6 years. And if you've never seen any of them, I would recommend every single one of them. But you should probably start with just, you know, the first Tiger movie and just work your way upwards. But this is as good of a starting point as any of them. I love this movie. This movie is great. A fast-paced, spectacular Indian action movie with all the ingredients you want from such a thing. I give Tiger 3 81 points. How much higher would this movie have ranked if Pathan hadn't shown up? I don't know, but it probably would have been around, you know, 84, 85 or something like that. But this is still a movie I really recommend. The flaws in this movie are relatively small, and it is just a movie I can watch over and over again and just find out new and creative and fun stuff. Great acting, great visual storytelling, and just a whole bunch of fun, epic nonsense. If you like those sort of thing, Tiger 3 is just right up your alley. Which one of the Spyverse movies are your favorite? Comment below, and I'll see you next time from Well Stones reviewing, well, such and such. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.